So it's finally summer, and apparently we're getting Inazuma 11 Victory Road of Heroes news at some point in the next couple months. So I decided to ask on Twitter what you guys think the news will be. And now I'm going to sit down and have a look at what you guys have suggested and give my personal thoughts. So let's get speculating. Hino will give us more story content in some Chronicle mode and hopefully new moves as well as old Ares/Orion moves we are yet to see. Yeah, I feel like this is the general kind of safe-ish guess, if you get what I mean, in terms of saying, yeah, we're probably going to learn more about the story because I think Hino really is pushing the story of this one, which is cool. Obviously, the whole Sassanami Unmei being a manager type deal that is interesting, and so I can definitely see why they're pushing that story to us. And obviously, Chronicle mode is the big fan service thing, so it would make sense if this next update is essentially just going, here's a bit more about the story, here's a bit more about Chronicle mode, and I like the idea of them showing some old Ares Orion moves we have yet to see. I'd love to know if they're going to be past Hazatsus in the game. I'd love to know if they're going to be overrides in the game. Those would be probably for me. If they're going to say anything about Ares Orion, I want to know passes, overrides, are they going to be there? Let's see. And if there's no passes, what are they going to do with Kuri no Ya, or whatever it's called in the dub? What are they going to do? Are they just going to let it rot? Are they going to turn it into a shot? I'm going to stress every day until I find out. I'm a simple man, I just want new characters/scouts to be shown and a release date. Yep, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. I feel like the number one thing that people want from this update is a release date, and I am one of those people. Oh my god, I would love to just see the words on my screen, even if it is like January 22nd, 2024. I would kill to know anything about a release date that isn't just late 2023. I really thought, probably naively, optimistically, that there was a chance that in the last Nintendo Direct we get at least some kind of hint about when it could come out, but I don't know. My heart's still saying November, October. It'll be fine. It's coming out November, October. Believe in me. Believe in Hino, believe in Inazuma 11. Please, Hino, please. HD artwork of Jack's Racy comic from IE1. Yeah. Why not? And I guess some non-important stuff like the release date or some, yeah, again, release date would be sick. More story locations and schools get shown off in depth. Also, we get a hint of the new animated cutscenes. Ooh, I like the idea of showing some locations. I also like the idea of getting to see some cutscenes. Again, kind of links into what we were saying before about the fact that we're definitely going to get more about the story. I feel like that's going to guarantee. So yeah, I'd love them to show that off with a bunch of animated cutscenes. I'd also love to see some in-game dialogue or something. That would be pretty cool. But no, I'd love to see the hint of a new anime cutscene, absolutely. And who knows, maybe if they're really wanting to tickle my balls, they could throw in some dub voice acting in an English trailer. That would be sick. I don't know if this is said by anyone in any of these upcoming tweets, but I think my number one hope, or at least one of my my number one hope's release dates. My stupid number one hope is I'd love to know the dub names for some of the characters. I don't know, I just think it'd be really fun. I guess if dub names are going to be there, surely dub names are going to be there. Who knows? I'd love to know. More characters from the main team and more shots of Sassanami being best boy. So you think Sassanami is best boy? Interesting take. Also, I really want to see the system special moves. It'll be more OG games, Go games, or strikers. I'd love to see, a bit more about the match system, absolutely, just to kind of reaffirm, to me, this isn't strikers. You're not going to be sat here for 20 minutes holding down the B button. You're okay. It'd be nice. I wonder if we're going to get a full match, at some point, shown to us. Like what they did about the Ares, there was that whole, match demo that obviously the game never came out. It'd be nice to get something like that for Victory Road. They're going to introduce some... Ooh, this is very confident. They're going to introduce some new characters/teams and probably show some moves that return. Maybe that in galaxies like Chaos Break. I hope they show more of the scouting system. But you lost faith in yourself halfway through that. They're going to introduce some new characters/teams. Oh, but I hope they'll show... You've got to stay confident. But yeah, I would love to see more of the scouting system. Love to learn more about that. I think that's definitely up there for me in terms of things I absolutely want to see. And I wouldn't be surprised if we just kind of get another general overview trailer that gives us a bit more depth about some of the stuff we've already seen, like the scouting system. And yeah, I think new characters, absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised if we did see some of the early teams we'll take on in the game, like brief glimpses, you know what I mean, like quick in the trailer. Here's one, pause, TXM makes a 10-minute video speculating, you know what I mean, that'll be quite fun. I hope they give a more in-depth look at Bond Alley, like how the characters you find that interact with Bond Alley itself, and how you actually go about recruiting players when you find them there, 100%. I'd love to know what Bond Alley actually is. I mean, I'm assuming it's just where you go to recruit players. Again, what do you do there? We don't really know aside from recruit players. It's kind of vague. Is it, like Go level to recruit players where you kind of just go and I don't know. What did Go make you do? It's just pal packing, so there's not really anything there for Go. Maybe okay, I guess the thing would be IE1 where you kind of just go and talk, or IE2 where you go and battle. Who knows? Orion/Ares content that introduces fans of just the games to new players and stuff. Maybe it's a side story that goes through the key events and matches from those series. That's a cool idea. That's a pretty cool idea, honestly. A little side story about the Ares characters. I like that. I wonder if we'll get anything like the parallel gates. What are they called? Legends gates? Whatever they're called in Chrono Stone's Galaxy, whatever. Where it's like the crystals you go and time crystals, and it's like takes you to like a match from a part of the series or whatever. I wonder if we get anything like that for Orion Ares, maybe a bit grander scope, because surely they have a bunch of Ares content lying around that they could just use. I don't know how game development works. I'm not that smart. But no, I'd love to see some more showcases of Ares Orion stuff in the trailer, the new trailer. I just think it would be a cool little thing. Absolutely. Show me more Orion/Ares stuff. I'm really looking forward to getting to play with those characters. Give me a bit more. Again, overrides, please. It's all I ask for. That and the release date. A release date of December 14th, 2023. That is oddly specific. I kind of love it though, and I really hope that's the release date. Actually, I don't, because that's like 10 days before Christmas. And ooh. But yeah, go for it. Why not? Let's say that's the release date. That's gonna be it. Let's have some confidence. I think it will show a match like they did in Ares, some new characters, and probably an OG rival character and his son. Ooh, that's a good shout. I like the idea of the whole showing a whole match like they did in Ares, but I like the idea of it being an OG rival character and his son that they also show. That would be really cool. Getting to see more of the fact it's set in the future. Like, I feel that's one thing that everyone's kind of ignoring. It's set in the future. We might see Axel's son. We might finally see Xavier and Jordan married. I don't know. They'll show off some of the returning scouts, the 4,500 characters, got a lot of people talking. There's no way they won't show us some of their new models. Is it going to be new models though? Because surely, I swear the models are just made through like whatever system. So is there really anything to show aside from the fact they're in the game? It'd be cool though. I hope they introduce a sort of form change for certain characters, like for instance OG Mark with God Hand, Margin Hand. See, this would absolutely be something that they could show that would be really cool. Because I got a lot of comments when I made videos guessing players' movesets, where people being like, TXM, actually, you're gonna get multiple versions of the characters with different movesets, which we haven't got confirmed. That isn't true. But I'd love for that to be confirmed. I don't want characters to be limited to 4 moves, basically. I'd love there to be different versions of characters. I'd love that, whether or not that's through, like, the kind of, I guess, Galaxy Chrono Stones approach, which is like young Mark, adult Mark, or whether they do it in terms of it's like a form change, like alter ego type deal. I don't mind, but I'd love to see how they're going to handle the fact that certain players now have about 20 billion different moves. The name of the new special move we saw, and maybe more revealed. Yes, I'd love to know the name of that special moves, and I'd love to see more special moves generally. If you don't know what special move they're talking about, it's the one the 2 characters I can't remember the name of do at the end of the last trailer, where it's like, ooh, I did a whole video on it. But yeah, I'd love to see more special moves revealed. Special moves for me have always been the thing that drew me to Inazuma 11 first and foremost. It was the thing that got me interested as a kid. So absolutely, that when I think new Inazuma 11 game, I think what are the new special moves going to be? Bloody hell, when like Orion was airing and I wasn't really watching it, I would just look up what the new special moves were because I was just interested. Paul Peabody will become the president of Japan. Yeah. Good take. Revealing post-game rivals. This is really interesting to me. I would love this. I wonder if it's a bit early, but then they could also show whether or not the game has multiple versions and multiple different, and then on the box art, I guess, would be the post-game rivals, so that would be one way of revealing it. Yeah, let's go with that. Nishikage and Nosaka kiss. Absolutely. Put it in the trailer, Hino. Release date the 12th of August, 2023. Bloody hell, that would be a quick turnaround. If they did that, I would cry happy, happy, happy tears. I would drown in my own tears, but of happiness. That sounded really morbid. And finally, I'm predicting they confirm whether or not the game will have multiple versions, show us the opening song of the game, and introduce some new characters and teams. I like this. I really like these ideas. Obviously, introducing some new characters we've talked about, showing us the opening song. That would be hype. That would be so hype. Imagine the trailer has this new opening song in it. Absolutely. They release it on Spotify. I go download that. I put that at the start of every video. You know what I mean? That would be sick. And confirm whether or not the game has multiple versions. I actually want to make a video talking about that more in depth, about what multiple versions the game could have. But no, because they kind of hinted at that in an interview, being like, ooh, does it have multiple versions? Are we going to make you fork out more money? But oh my god, I had an existential crisis thinking, oh my god, I'm going to have to buy the Switch, 2 versions, PS4, 2 versions, mobile phone, 2 versions, iOS, because if it's slightly different from Android, I'll cry. Another 2 versions. Oh, please, Hino, don't take too much money. But there you go. Those are some ideas for what they will reveal in the next Inazuma 11 Victory of Heroes news update. What do you think is going to get revealed? Let me know down in the comments below. And make sure you like, subscribe, and all that classic YouTube stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.